girls peak late 30s, early 40s, at least at a world level. So, yeah.
Yay! I'm not too old. There's hope.
All right. You just fucked up my intro. All right, everybody. Welcome to, we were thinking about it beforehand. This is the Not a podcast, because we all know that that's not what we need in our lives, another podcast. I'm Russell Harrison from Spartans Boxing Club. This is, in fact, the podcast to promote the event that we have coming up, Spartans Boxing Championship. And I am very, very lucky to be sitting here today with the ladies who are going to be featuring on this event. We're very excited to be here. I'm going to introduce them all individually. And then we're going to talk today all things Spartans Boxing Championship and all things women's boxing. So we want you guys to stay tuned. And ultimately, what we hope that you get from this is we hope you get really excited, and then we hope we're going to see you guys on the 29th and 30th of November. So I'm not going to be the one that talks the whole time, much to the delight of my wife. So I would love to introduce our guests right now. I'm going to start this side of the room. We have Celina, who has joined us. Thanks for coming on.
Thanks for having me.
Brothers Boxing Academy, represent.
Brothers Boxing, yes.
Awesome. And we'll come back and you can prepare.
Yeah.
You're going to tell everybody why you're so awesome and why they need to come and see you on November the 30th. To my left, a lady who needs no introduction. It is Fash, the Face, Cameroonian, pro boxer, world-ranked pro boxer, trailblazer in the female boxing scene. Anything else? Any other good accolades? Wife.
That's it.
That's it?
You did well.
I did well. Thanks. Representing?
Representing, yeah.
Okay.
Representing what?
Representing who?
Spartans Boxing.
Oh, wow. Great. And then we have Rosanna over here on my left, representing Spartans Serangoon Gardens. Welcome.
Hello.
Hi. We just learned that Rosanna is a category manager at Starbucks.
Ooh.
That's not the most important point. That's by day. By night, she kicks ass. So, ladies, welcome. I just want to set the scene first of all. We're all here because there's a huge event coming up in Singapore, November 29th and 30th. Sports Singapore have been really generous to get behind the fitness and wellness movement that's going on globally. And it's great to see that in Singapore as well. And so Sports Singapore have got the Urban Fitness and Wellness Festival, which is going on over 3 weekends in November. We're expecting 150,000 people to go through and participate in sports and fitness. So the weekend that we're all going to be doing our good thing is on November 29th and 30th, Singapore EXPO Hall 2. And it's going to be a huge fitness and wellness fiesta. There's going to be Ninja Warrior, there's going to be the Extinct Games, there's going to be arm wrestling championships, there's going to be aerial and pole dancing, there's going to be the World Rowing Championships, as well as high rocks. And then, of course, Spartans Boxing Club Boxing Extravaganza. So it's going to be huge. 2 days of boxing. Biggest mass boxing participation event that we've ever seen in Singapore. So on the 29th of November, classes all day, free for public. Come down. They can do classes. People can come down and do classes. They can come and see you guys with the weigh-ins and a little bit of a press conference. We'll talk about that in a minute. And then on the 30th, we've got 16 bouts, both amateur and professional, from all of the boxing clubs across Singapore, sanctioned by Singapore Boxing Federation. So once again, Sports Singapore, We love you. That's how you do it, isn't it? Is that right? Right. So, yes, good. I'm glad. So, look, like I said before, it's not about me talking. It's about you guys. So, I'm going to go to you first, Rosanna. People out there, they may not know you. They know you're a category manager at Starbucks now. Just tell us a little bit about you and how did this crazy journey into boxing for you begin?
Okay. So, hi to everyone. I'm Rosanna. So, yeah, apart from working at Starbucks and boxing at night, I'm actually really quite active in general. I used to play competitive volleyball for about 16 years.
Oh, wow.
Before I had a back injury. Then I stumbled upon Muay Thai. So, I did Muay Thai first. Then I started boxing.
Yep.
So, I've been boxing for about 3 years now. And
Awesome.
then now I'm at Serangoon Gardens with a really, really good group of people.
You got a great group of people over there. Radic and Valko.
Yes.
They're fun, but Valko is also unassumingly very serious as a coach, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Awesome. And common story, Muay Thai to boxing. Same story?
Yeah,
Muay
same
Thai
story.
to boxing?
Yes.
Did you do Muay Thai at any stage?
Badminton.
Badminton?
When I was in high school.
Okay.
Yeah,
All
so
right.
it's kind of different
It's
from
kinda
what
different.
a lot of people go through.
Yeah, absolutely. Awesome. Okay, Celina, that kind of segues to you then.
Yeah.
We know you badminton now. What do you do by day, first of all?
I'd like to say I do everything. I am a designer by profession.
Okay.
So I do a lot of branding, marketing, basically anything creative that
Yep.
needs to be done. Video editing,
Okay.
I do as well.
Yep.
Doing freelance right now, so I get to do a bit more training, which is
Awesome.
great.
Yep.
I'm not getting any younger.
None
This
of us
body's
are.
gonna break. So yeah, I've been doing a bit more boxing.
Awesome. And how
lately.
long have you been boxing?
It's been 5 years in total.
5 years,
I took
okay.
a bit of a break in between,
Yep.
but right now it's basically ramping up.
Yep.
And I only started doing boxing here in Singapore. So I'm originally from the Philippines.
Okay. Yep. So
And-
boxing's in the blood.
It's in the blood, but I come from a very conservative family.
Okay.
Conservative family believes that long hair equals beauty. So I wasn't allowed to cut my hair.
Okay. I can see where
wasn't-
this conversation's going right
I wasn't
now.
allowed to do boxing because all of these things that were, quite masculine were kind of like frowned upon by my parents. So when I moved out of my parents' home, it's like, what do I do first?
Box or cut your hair.
Box or both. So that's basically how it happened. Yeah.
Awesome. Good on you. And so how many competitive fights have you had now?
On paper, 2. I had one in 2021,
Yep.
but it wasn't recorded.
Got it.
So
Okay,
I guess
cool.
3. Yeah.
And that's similar for you as well, Rosanna, right? This is your second, all right?
this mine.
Perfect matchmaking. Well done, Kenny. Now, of course, you probably don't need any introduction, but...
I do.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Do you want me to do... You do the intros. Go on. So tell us about you've been doing it for a while. You're a veteran.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I've been boxing for, I think, 14 years.
Yep.
If you ask me how many fights I've got, I don't know. Maybe 50. And just the thought of having 50 fight camps sounds a bit crazy because one fight camp now, I'm like, it's a bit difficult to go through it.
Yep.
So I just randomly thought about it and thinking about 50 fight camps sounds pretty brutal.
It's a lot of fight camps.
I can feel it right
I got
now.
a feeling.
I can feel-
I got a feeling, and I'm usually a better statistician with your stuff. I got a feeling you've had more than 50 fights.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I did not count, but like...
Yeah.
yes.
Okay. Okay. So look, that's a good conversation for all of us, right?
Yeah.
You're a veteran. You've been doing boxing for 14 years, combat sports for even longer. Rosanna, you're relatively new into the scene. I mean, Celina also relatively new,
Yeah.
And the fact that we've got this platform now that's, this is the main sporting body in Singapore that's got behind boxing,
Yeah.
right? What does that mean to you, Rosanna, to see that the sport that we love, that the main body is behind it and saying, yeah, let's put on a show and that you're going to be part of it?
I think as someone that's like new to the sport, it shows a lot of potential. It's like a second pick. I might hit my second pick at like 30. I don't know.
Yep.
Hopefully. So it's really exciting.
Yep.
I feel like there's a lot of growth that I can expect.
Yep.
A lot of like new competitions or new opportunities there.
Yep.
So I'm really, really excited.
Yeah, awesome. And look, I think, Fash will testify to this. It seems that for women in boxing, you seem to be able to box until you're older, right? So I think like a lot of the girls peak late 30s, early 40s, at least at a world level. So yeah.
Yay! I'm not too old.
Let's hope.
What about you, Celina? Like you know, as you said, like not brand new, but also not ages.
Yeah.
What have you seen like over the last few years here locally with the scene? Boxing in general, but also like for the girls here as well.
Yeah, so when I started boxing, there weren't many girls in a lot of these gyms, like, for example, Evolve or Spartans or, all of these big names. So I actually started boxing in those boutique boxing gyms because I kind of wanted to feel included. But then now it seems as though boxing is just growing. It's seeping into the mainstream media. You see Jake Paul, Logan Paul. You see Mr. Beast even like talking about boxing and being involved in all of these, larger events. Locally, I think it's great going to a gym for example, Spartans. There are a lot of women. Tai Sang, there are a lot of women, surprisingly. And usually whenever I want to spar, I go to Tai Sang. And it's the same with the gym that I go to as well, Brothers Boxing. Don't let the name fool you, but there are a couple of girls that do sparring as well. So it's nice to see how much of the sport has grown in terms of like the female community from like 5-6 years ago. I imagine like it's grown immensely from the time that you started. Like
Definitely.
Yeah.
There were like 0 sparring partner except for the ones that's boxing with us. But just sidetrack a bit. Just talk. I would like to talk from a perspective of being a coach as well. And over the past 9 years of coaching, I think we know how difficult it is to get to the mass because of the stigma around boxing. It's dangerous. It encourages violence between teenagers and kids and people in general. So like having boxing in this kind of events like Boxing Extravaganza together with all the other sport like for example pole dancing. The stigma around pole dancing is that it is sexual, it's very sexualized, and now that it is out there together with all the other sports shows that Singapore is doing something about the sporting industry or the fitness industry, and we are going towards a more positive side of things, and which is great because before it's just like all the common sports where all the people just join like karate, taekwondo, swimming, and then people like us who like things that are a bit different, we don't have the opportunity to take part in stuff. So things like this are nice.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think also like you both made a really good point, right? There's a top-down effort, right? So you would say a top-down effort is Sports Singapore and, government having policy, healthier SG policy, everybody get off your ass, don't be fat, like that kind of stuff, right? So that's kind of the top-down effort. But then there's the bottom-up effort, right? Which is kind of what you were talking about. You've got at club level and coaches and everybody saying, no, what we really want is we want equality across the sport. We want more girls coming into the gyms. We want a platform for everybody to be able to train. I think when we talk about women's boxing, and I won't talk too much about this, it's not my place, but I think we would be amiss if we didn't mention the work that's been done by SG, women's boxing community, right? Like that's the real sort of grassroots effort. Fash, you were around when that sort of kicked off. Just talk about like how that has kind of
Yeah, I think the
grow.
SG women's community, which was set up by Leona, I think is such a good platform. And I think a lot of like women within the industry look at as Leona or the pioneers of women's boxing in Singapore as like the big sister, and which is nice because when I joined boxing 14 years ago, there weren't any big sister for me to look up to, and like I just look at videos, I just look at the boys training, but really you don't resonate, right, as a girl. But now like it's nice because just for example, Spartans Boxing Club, Juchat, we've got a fight team where there's like 4 or 5 girls who they're not like an elite athlete, but they're like people who just want to try boxing competitively. And you can, the fact that you can go into gym like that and see these kind of girls doing what they do is so inspiring. And it's so, if I'm not an athlete and I come in and I see this bunch of people who are really nice, they don't look like they're scary, and at the same time can be a big sister to you, it's very motivating. So I think it's nice to have a big sister representation there.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, yeah. I'm going to talk to you guys specifically about training in a minute, but I want to hover on this idea of like the big sister. And I'm putting you on the spot, unscripted. Like, Celina, I'll start with you first.
Okay.
Like, who in the scene for you do you sort of look up to and go, right, there's some footsteps that I want to follow, or there's someone that's done something that's groundbreaking, or, you know, who are the maybe big sister, maybe big brother, I don't know.
Yeah.
But who are those people for you in Singapore?
Locally, it was kind of difficult because, to be honest, when I started boxing, I didn't see the end goal as fighting. Whereas my partner was telling me, if you're getting in the ring to spar, clearly your end goal is to fight. So I was like, oh, okay. Actually, yes. So for the longest time, I never really had anyone to look up to because everything that I did for boxing was for myself. I just wanted to be fitter.
Fitness,
I wanted abs. I wanted nice arms. You know, it was very superficial.
Which also does.
Yeah, it does. It does help.
Which I bought because of that as well.
But then eventually, you know, when I got more visibility with the sport, with the people in the sport, women specifically, you know, I started to look at people like Fasha. I was looking at your Instagram profile. I was looking at Christy Ganaway. I was looking at the Chi sisters, actually. Chi sisters are really cool.
Yeah, they're really cool.
Yeah.
Lovely.
And they're so nice. They're so friendly. So it's basically like nobody too high up because I feel like, you know, everyone in the women's boxing community in Singapore are just like so tight-knit.
Yeah, within reach. Yeah.
Which I absolutely love.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, great. Rosanna, what about you?
Actually, very similar to what Celina said. Like when I first started boxing, it wasn't to compete or like to win competitions, etc. I just had this obsession of trying to be better or like trying to do well or look good in boxing. So the people that I look up to box really nicely and they are really, really good. They are the VT brothers. Like Vernon, Velko and Velvin. I think they have like their own style and they use their style really well. They look good in the ring and they win the fights. So to me, I always think that, okay, I hope that hopefully one day, I'll be able to box like them as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think in contrast between female boxing in Singapore versus male boxing in general, the good thing about our community is that it's not aggro.
Yes.
It isn't.
It is not aggro.
Yes.
We don't have this like toxic masculinity kind of vibe. Everyone's like helping each other. If I need to have a sparring partner, I can call Celina whenever. I can call the Chi sisters whenever. And we're not like, oh, I'm better than you, or like, you know, I'm more senior than you. Everyone's like very friendly, which I really like because I am sure if you go to another country, you can feel that energy. If you go to in Australia, you know yourself. If you go into a gym, if I go to Australia and I go to a gym, I would just say like I'm not a competitive athlete because like everyone's gonna like rough dog you.
Yeah.
Right? Like, she's the one. Let's like fuck her.
What I find so funny is after my fights, my partner would see me hugging my opponent like upon, the end of the third round. And he would ask me, how can you hug someone who a few moments before you were beating up and was beating you up? And I'm like, what? Why? There's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah.
But this is how things are supposed to be.
Has your partner boxed before?
No.
Okay, yeah. Right, I think, like, for me, and I always say that, like, some of the best friends that I've got in the world, we've punched the absolute living shit out of each other.
Yeah.
And that, I think, is, like, the special bond that you get through boxing, right?
And it's also the same, like, if I want to spar someone, if Celina want me to spar her, I'll give her my absolute best.
Yeah.
My 100%. If I want to smash you, it's just that I want you to be better.
Yeah, correct.
Because iron sharpens iron.
Yes.
That's the only way you can get better.
Absolutely.
Yeah, if you don't give me 100%, I'm like a bit taken aback, you see, like.
Correct. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not doing your friends any service
No.
if you give them a false economy.
No.
All right. Yeah. So I just want to know for the fight. So you guys, I mean, we could almost call this a face-off, right? Is there going to be any? All right, is that is ready to go? All right. Do we need to? Anything in particular for this particular fight, Rosanna, that you've trained differently, or anything in particular that you felt like you needed to prepare for to take on Celina?
I think less direct to Celina, I would say. I think more for myself. I think because this is like my second event, and when I look back at my first event, I was just really embarrassed.
Okay.
I was really embarrassed by my own performance. I was like seeing a lot of things that I could have been done. I could have done a lot better. A lot of things that I need to note. So I think this fight, I was very focused on like, okay, doing what I can do, showing what I'm really capable of. Yeah. So I think more on that, and also I think this prep, it's a lot more tiring than the previous one for some reason.
Yep.
I think combining it with like my full-time job, as well as training at night, and then the sparring, etc. It's a bit tough, but I think this competition, especially when this is such a big event, right? I think it will be a really good push for me.
Yep. Okay. Celina, for you, anything with the training, anything different, anything that you felt you needed to do specifically to prepare for Rosanna?
I mean, it's the same as Rosanna. It's not really for the fight specifically, but more of how I can widen my toolkit. So my first and second fight for this year, it was very fast and explosive. But what we're trying to focus on right now is being a bit more grounded and having a bit more intention with every movement.
Yeah, nice.
And it's a matter of like drilling, sparring a bit more consistently, and just building those good habits. Because you know what they say, like you have a plan till you get hit in the face.
Yes.
So the focus is to get hit in the face, but still, have that plan.
Still execute the plan.
Still execute, yeah.
Yeah, fantastic. You just touched on it a minute ago. What about so we're aiming for a crowd of a couple thousand people just for the boxing space alone. Any concerns, nerves, or worries about the crowd?
I mean, I have bad eyesight, so I do not see anything past what's in front of me.
Okay.
So
just block it out.
it's all gonna be blurred.
Okay, fantastic. Rosanna, for you?
Unfortunately, I've got really good eyesight. I'll probably sense that 1,000 over people, but I'll embrace the atmosphere.
Yeah.
Take it all in.
Happened before.
It's never happened
It's
before.
never happened before. It's free tickets.
Once in a
public
lifetime.
There is
Let's go.
no reason for people not to come and watch,
Yeah,
right?
absolutely. If you're a boxing fan, please, this is the time for you. Like Fash said, there's no reason not to come.
Do you remember there was a fight that I did in Indonesia, and they allowed like the whole village to come and watch the professional boxers fight.
Yeah.
And when I look at it, I'm like, wow, like I wish Singapore can do this.
Now we've got the opportunity to do it, right?
Yes, there you go.
So there you go, Singapore. That's a challenge for you. So Fash is referring to, there was an event a few years ago in Malang in Indonesia. It was a world title fight, was on the card. and all of Malang was there. There was at least 3,000 or 4,000 people at that event. So Singapore, get your ass down and support these ladies and the other boxers. Now, Fash, I want to talk to you because we talk about crowds.
Yeah.
Right? The last fight that you had was on a no limit card in Australia at the ICC Theatre in Sydney.
Yeah.
Incredible event.
Yeah.
I think in the stadium there was about 6,000 or 8,000 people. Huge show. Didn't go your way. What's the takeaway? What's been going on with you since then? Like, how do you get past a loss like that?
I think it took me quite a while. I think I'm still not over the loss. But moving forward is that, how do I know that it is a good fight? I know it's a good fight when I learn a lot from that fight.
Yep.
I like a fight that exposes my weakness, because then it's something that I can work on. And from that fight, I mean, hats off to Jessica. Like, she exposed all my weakness, and now I'm basically working on all of it. And just like these two girls, I'm not thinking about my opponent. I'm thinking about how can I be better than my fight before.
Yep.
And training has been absolute shite.
It's been a hard
training, not the training itself, but juggling between having a baby, a business, training. My body feels absolutely. Yesterday, I feel like I was gonna break down because I feel so tired, lack of sleep. My body is breaking, and I just need like a mental rest. But then I rested, and then today I feel like, okay, I can go again.
Yep.
And
that's what champions do.
Yeah, we just keep just keep moving forward. If I talk about the fight again, I can probably cry again. But I guess like time will heal.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so for this fight, we've got an opponent, French opponent.
Yeah.
Coming in from, she's based out of Bangkok.
Yeah.
She's currently ranked within the top 100.
Yeah.
You've moved down to flyweight from Superfly.
Yeah.
Anything that you've done specifically to prepare for Letitia?
Not for Letitia, but like I've prepared. So I got from the previous fight, I went to do some testing. So I did
VO2 max.
VO2 max testing, and then I realized that I suck. So I've been like working a lot on my red zone training.
Yeah.
Thank you to Dr. Anyway for helping me with that test. I did that, and then I spar a little bit more. I hit the bags a bit more. I now aim to be like Conor Ben.
Yeah, right. Gas tank for days.
He's so fit. That's my goal. And then, I did not do that previously. I just felt good coming back from from delivering a baby. And, if you were to compare yourself from being in the hospital bed to then, I felt like, I feel really good. But then, was I really fight fit? Well, I realized I wasn't fight fit.
You weren't elite level fight fit.
Yeah.
Right, and I think that's a key learn here.
Yeah.
But, 5 fights postpartum in a year.
It's 5.
Yeah, 5.
You did 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, 5.
Right.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
5.
So
That's why, that's... I thought I was 5 feet, but, I wasn't. But,
Yeah.
working on that.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
So you mentioned Conor Ben.
Yeah.
So ladies, prepare for this one. I want to know who are your top 3 favorite fighters, and it can be a combination of all time and right now. All right, but only 3.
Only 3.
Okay.
It's tough, but
3 is tough. Right? Only
5
3,
can.
correct. All right.
Okay,
So Fash, you can go first.
my list changes every time.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like the list will change, right? All times or current.
Yeah, my list change every time. But now I have Conor Ben. I have, I'm sorry, Canelo, but I used to love you so much.
Canelo's off a lot of lists.
I like Terence Crawford right now. And then I will put Amanda Serrano. I just watched her sparring the other day. And after talking about iron sharpened iron, and I always ask myself, will I spar Amanda Serrano ever? If she comes to the gym, would I spar her? I have no fucking idea because it's scary.
Yeah, and what is she? She's not a lightweight. What is she?
She's
featherweight.
gone down to
Featherweight.
She's not far off from like any of the girls that I spar. So
Yeah,
all boys.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, but she seems scary.
Yeah, okay.
I put Amanda because she's done a lot for the sport.
Amazing advocate
Yeah.
and ambassador for women's boxing, right?
Yeah.
And you mentioned Jake Paul before.
Yeah.
You know, I don't like Jake Paul
Same.
as a boxer, right? The purist in me doesn't like the fact that he's about to fight AJ. He doesn't deserve that fight.
Yeah.
But the boxing businessman loves Jake Paul. Right, he's so good for the sport, everything that he's doing, and especially women's boxing. You know, the fact now that Amanda Serrano's finally got the props that she deserves after however many world titles. The fact that Clarissa Shields has just signed an $8 million payday for a 3-fight deal, I think has got a lot to do with MVP Promotions. So crazy, right?
Yeah.
Rosanna, your top 3 current or all time?
VT Brothers.
That's the all in one shot. Perfect.
Okay, so I think internationally, I don't know the scene well enough, but there are 2 that I always watch. One, it's Canelo.
Yeah.
The other one, it's Lomachenko, actually.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Yes.
Yeah, good.
Lomachenko, because of the footwork and the angles, it's
Right.
crazy.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh, and he just keeps going and going and going and going. So
You gotta learn how to dance first.
Yeah.
Some Russian dance.
Yeah. I watched him fight Kambosos in Perth. And I was watching it with a buddy of mine, and I said to my buddy, I'm like, how would you train to fight that guy? Like, you'd have to chase a cockroach around the floor. And then you're like,
for a moment,
yeah.
it's everywhere. So yeah, I thought, wow.
Okay.
Hopefully, maybe one day I'll be close
Okay.
to that standard. And Canelo, he's just so accurate with his head movement.
Yeah.
It's so subtle
Powerful.
and
Yeah.
he's so powerful.
Yeah.
He can stand and bang. He can move around. So
Yeah. Yeah, I'm with you on Canelo. Canelo's my all-time favorite.
You've
Yeah.
got one more though.
You got one more?
VT Brothers.
Yay!
I support local.
Celina, yours?
Oh, that's kind of difficult. So there are 2 girls that I really look up to.
Yep.
First one is Shannon Ryan.
She's
Love
good.
Shannon Ryan. Her arms are insane. Like I
Her
would
whole
always
body is crazy.
full
yeah.
body. Her lifts, her
Yeah.
footwork, her power,
Yeah.
dynamism, everything.
Yeah.
Shannon Ryan would be top 3, definitely. Second, Maisie Rose Courtney.
Yeah.
Really amazing English boxer as well. She's very short, but then she's so good with angle changes. She's very grounded, very explosive. Throughout the whole 2-minute rounds, she's just the most active fighter ever. I think she only had like 1 loss in her whole career, but that doesn't really matter. And the third one is kind of tough. It kind of hovers between 2 people, or actually a lot of people, but I think it would be Ellie Scottney.
Alice Scottney.
Yeah, a lot of them.
She's good
She's
too.
good.
A lot of them with amateur pedigree. and
Yeah, like
it's
all
the
the Team Great
amateur
Britain.
pedigree. Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. Hey, you just reminded me of something that I wanted to bring up, and so I'm going to ask you guys now. Women's boxing, pro boxing, 2-minute rounds or 3-minute rounds?
Just do it 3.
Rosanna?
Oh, sorry.
And right now it's 2 minutes.
At the right now, pro boxing
now
is
it's 2
2-minute
minutes.
rounds. And so there's this idea that, you know, the women should be able to do 3 just like the men.
Why not 3, actually?
Well, in amateurs last time we used to fight 2 minutes and then it's changed to 3 minutes.
I thought 3 is good though.
3 minutes, yeah. Yeah. I mean, there's different arguments. There's arguments from the WBC recently saying that there is physiological differences, therefore 2-minute rounds make more sense. There's the other argument which says that in order for boxing to be more entertaining, 3-minute rounds for pro boxing allow it to be more strategic, right? And that's where you quite often see more knockouts because you've got time to kind of, study and look and break your opponent down and all that sort of stuff. But there's different schools of thought.
Yeah.
Your camp, 2 minutes or 3 minutes?
3.
3 minutes.
I mean, in the past, when I wasn't sparring as much, I was like, oh, give me 2. I'm so tired. But right now, it's like, boxing is such... It's a bit of a dance, Like, you don't just go in and knock each other out. You have to, play around with setups, movement.
Yeah, correct.
Footwork is so important. And again, it's like finding the best pacing for your set of punches.
Yep.
So you can't really do that. Sure, you can do that in 2 minutes, but then the full experience is 3 minutes. If they do 3 minutes for amateurs, there's no reason not to do it for pros.
Yep.
And 2 minutes, you can still knock someone out in 2 minutes. So what's the difference?
Yep. Agreed. Fash?
Depends. On days where I'm tired, I wish to stick with it. And then on days where I feel like a bit on point, I'm like, 3 minutes would be nice. Because when I spar the girls, I'm like, oh, okay, it's high volume. And then when I spar the boys, it's nice because 3 minutes, I get to slow it down. I get to think a bit more, explore a bit more, be a bit more creative, which I feel like what boxing really is about is, although it's like physical, I think there's a lot of creative aspect in boxing. And that's when you can see different people's creativity in the ring. Like, I could be moving this way, this person could be moving the other way, different kind of like thinking. So I like 3 minutes because of that.
Yep. Okay, fantastic. All right, cool. So we're going to wrap it up. Ladies, thanks so much. Wishing you all the best in your respective bouts. If you can, just a quick message to your supporters, fans, everybody. We'll go to this one right here. Last message. Rosanna, call people out, get them down there on November 29th and 30th.
Okay, a lot of my friends are coming down already, so yay! So to everyone that's interested to know boxing, to try out boxing, come on 29th and also on the 30th to watch all of us do what we can, and then have a taste on the whole environment and how a boxing fight's like, because you might not get this chance again.
Yeah.
Awesome, fantastic. Celina?
That's true. It's basically the same as what Rosanna said. If you like what we talked about, and if you want to get a bit of an intro to boxing, come on down, free classes on the 29th, free shows on the 30th, pro bout for free.
For free?
Yeah.
Come on.
Right.
It's a no-brainer. So if you're free, drop by. There are going to be a lot of events happening as well on that day in that area. So
Yep.
do
Brilliant.
it. Do it.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Fash?
Same, come down, support your local athletes. You'll never know. Future champion might be
Amongst us.
amongst us. Could be Rosanna, could be Celina, could be me. I mean, me in the future.
will
yes.
be you.
It will be me in the future. So get behind this event. It's free. Don't waste the opportunity. It will never come again. You'll never know. And see you there.
So guys, if you haven't heard it already, November 29th and 30th, it's the Singapore Urban Fitness and Wellness Festival. Singapore EXPO Hall 2, that's where you'll find Spartans Boxing Extravaganza. 29th, free classes from the morning. There's kids classes, women's classes, intermediate classes, beginner classes. All of the Spartans coaches will be there. On Sunday, you've got these guys bringing the action. There's going to be 16 bouts, so 15 amateur bouts, 1 pro bout. Incredible local matchups. Get down there. You can get your tickets at spartansboxing.com/extravaganza. There's VIP tickets if you want a sofa to sit ringside. There's seated tickets if you want to get your bum on a seat. Or, as we've said before, freestanding, get down there. We'll see you guys there. Thanks a lot, ladies. That was a lot of fun.
Thank you.
Yes, thanks.